But again, I do think there's a big difference, which he also admits, in our audience ages as well as our interaction with them. I, for 17 years, have actively discouraged any type of parasocial relationship at all. So I haven't finished the Dream upload yet. I was going to watch it before bed, but I did watch the part where I'm in it. So this section,
I see some people.
This is where he's going over the critique I've made on him for quite a while about posting thirst traps and leaning into parasocial relationships. I'll let him play the clip. This is from a video I made like a month or so ago. Always been on the younger side of things, and yet Dream constantly engages with them in very inappropriate ways, such as like posting thirst traps. So he cuts out one of my biggest points here. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, or if he just didn't think it was relevant, even though I think it's a very relevant point. I also went on to say that he fosters parasocial relationships, which makes it weird to post that kind of stuff. And what I mean by that is by encouraging a parasocial relationship with your community, when you're posting things that can be construed as thirst traps, you just feed into the fantasy, and I think that's pretty irresponsible. So he cuts that part out and focuses more on me just saying he's posting thirst traps and him proving he doesn't. And I think, to be fair, like, I guess some of the pictures I saw weren't really his. He posts, like, just Snapchat shit, whereas what I kept seeing from him were, like, the thirst trap ones where it's like, I'm the cutest guy in the world. Apparently that wasn't him. That was one of his mini imposters, and this one was verified. So fair enough, I guess, if those weren't really his thirst trap posts. But even still, I don't really like that he cut out my bigger point about it being, like, fostering parasocial relationships and how it feeds into it, but he did defend himself against my critique of thirst trapping. But I haven't seen the rest of it. I watched up till this point because I was very curious why I was in it. Thanks to resub snitch. He also showed age statistics, which means nothing nowadays. Yeah, age demographic statistics are completely meaningless to everyone except for advertisers. No one is honest about their age when signing up for an account. I put no stock into that. Granted, you have nothing else to base anything off of, like anything else off of, but everyone knows that's a bunch of baloney. I think it's very clear to anyone that's familiar with the Minecraft community that it skews extremely young. No matter what the age demographics say. Thanks to resub Dylan. He addresses the parasocial stuff later in the video. Oh, like I said, I haven't finished it. I just watched the thirst trap stuff. But my point in here had the parasocial stuff there. Does he talk about that later? And he just moved it to a different section? I don't really know. Yeah, it's brought up again later with you in it. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just have to finish it for the rest of it. But yeah, I haven't watched all of it at the moment. I've seen a lot of discussion on Twitter about it. Mudahar said it was super good. I think Dark Viper also gave his opinion on it, citing that it was a pretty solid response as well. Outside of that, I've seen other people say it's like the worst response they've ever seen. Like, it's all over the place. Thanks to give sub Eddie. But I'm not far enough to have an actual opinion on it yet. I have to finish it tonight. I do know he did one thing that kind of, like, clowned Twitter itself. He made a point about how easy it is to fake, like, a DM or something. So he faked a Pokimane DM, and a lot of those drama accounts on Twitter immediately ran with it as if it was real, and they have like 50k likes about like, look at what Pokimane admitted to Dream. Dream just exposed Pokimane. And then also did that to XQC. So proving that point instantly. Your Instagram gets brought up in it. No, I saw that whole section. Like I said, I saw this whole section with me in it. So when he compares our Instagrams, he said, basically he posts the same things I do. So he puts them side by side. But again, I do think there's a big difference, which he also admits, in our audience ages as well as our interaction with them. I, for 17 years, have actively discouraged any type of parasocial relationship at all. I set the hardest fucking boundaries possible, whereas he is very open and literally asks his audience to do weird things very parasocially. I remember at one point, like, shipping was huge in the community and all that. So I do think there is still a big difference there. Even though the pictures themselves, like, yeah, super similar. But I need to finish the whole video. If he does bring up the parasocial stuff that I was talking about, then I definitely need to get the rest of that and the whole situation. I haven't finished it, like I said.